Good evening, Southeast Texas. No warnings locally, and we're doing pretty good. But the thing is that we continue to watch Tropical Depression Beta moving up the coastline. It has moved away from Victoria very quickly, fairly quickly over the last few hours. Still watching one distinct feeder band right there. That is pretty much it. Still think these are going to ramp up a little bit as they continue to rotate around that center of circulation. But one thing I want you to notice how the shower activity diminishes off towards the west of the storm. There's drier air. So those cells over in towards Houston, which are causing that flash flooding, then go off to the southwest and die. So once this storm passes us tomorrow around noontime, things are going to rapidly improve across the area. So let's take a little closer inspection and some rain up towards, say, Newton County and back over in towards Hardin County. The main line right now that we're watching is over and towards, well, southwest of Winnie and south of Liberty, rotating on off towards the north and west. But notice the line, that feeder band, is not stationary. It's moving, unlike what we've seen in the past. So that is some good news there as we continue to see that very heavy rainfall over towards north of Houston now, approaching spring. And also, let's take a look at some of the rainfall rates. Now, this would be serious business over towards Harris County, especially in towards Houston, where they're getting 4-inch rainfall rates per hour, around 4 and 5 inches rainfall rates per hour. They're heavy, no doubt about that. Yep, 2 to 3 and up to 5 inches per hour. So that's heavy rainfall. Stuff over towards Hardin County is what, 2 1/3 inches per hour. Nothing catastrophic at this point. Really don't expect that. As you can see, we're still under a flash flood watch, and that will last tonight and tomorrow. So let's take a look at modeling. This is the one that's doing pretty doggone good, showing that feeder band off towards our south and west. And we're going to take it through tonight and tomorrow. And it shows things ramping up about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And then once the line moves past us, says around 7, we're done. And things start improving as far as the heavy rainfall threat. I think we'll see the activity moving on out. And certainly by the evening hours, I think we may be done as far as the heavy rains across southeast Texas. So again, 2 to 7 seems reasonable. You may not get that 8 to 10 inches of rainfall. Just depends on what that feeder band, does it survive? How long does it affect the area? Let's see, did I include the graphic? No, I did not. Let me apologize. I've just updated the new rainfall forecast, total rainfall forecast for tonight and tomorrow. This is brand spanking new, and you're going to see this before I even air it tonight at 10 on 12 News. And let me see if I can put it in there real quickly so that you can see what we're getting as far as the new rainfall. Where did that go? I got so many graphics. I wish you could see. There it is. New rainfall forecast coming out, and it still shows about 5 to 7 inches over the area. Let me put it right there. And here it is. Now, everybody's going to get rain tonight and tomorrow. So what I've done is I've taken everybody that does not get 2 inches of rainfall, and I've made it transparent. So we're just going to focus on the potential for very heavy rainfall, and that's 5 to 7 inches across inland portions of southeast Texas, maybe North Beaumont. That's the top of the scale. So this purple, 2 to 2.5 inches. Anything less than that, which I expect all of southeast Texas to see, at least 2 inches in this area, less than 2 inches out of that, obviously. So that's what we're looking at right now. Kind of simplified it. Thought that was this would be an easier view. So if you're getting 2 inches or more as far as rainfall, you're appearing here. Do you know your county? You should. Do you know where in your county you live? So that's where we're at. Do we have any questions?
So far, one question asking about the Hampshire Finette area. They said they haven't heard much out of them and that they often flood.
Right. Let's see. Hampshire Finette. That looks like about 2.5 to 3 inches is what we're forecasting right now.
And someone was asking about risk of tornadoes.
Low. And it's going to be mainly along these feeder bands. This would have the best threat that I've seen all throughout this event of producing any isolated tornadoes. And we'll have to watch that. I'll have to get on a different view as far as looking at Doppler velocities. But right now, if we're going to see tornadoes, you're not going to see it here. These are what we call moats. This is a feeder band. This is a weak feeder band. But this is the strongest one. Just got to get through that. Other questions?
Could this change on us? Are we talking clear skies tomorrow afternoon?
I don't think we'll see clear skies, but we may see the skies brighten up by after 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, and most of the rain should be out of the picture. It's going to move pretty quickly. See, this is where it is. It's past Bay City now, moving up the coastline. That would put it right in through Beaumont, Jefferson County, maybe 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And look at that. Backside of it, if you take that, you're looking at maybe another hour after that into Beaumont. So it is really possible that after 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, there may not be any rain in Beaumont, judging at what we're looking at as far as the structure right now.
Several people asking about Bridge City rain total estimates for there.
Okay, let's go as far as the rainfall forecast. And it appears that you will see about maybe 2 to 3 inches. Not that bad a deal. The problem is that that's the forecast. What we have difficulty forecasting is where these feeder bands are going to appear and how they're going to affect you. That is our forecast model data just cannot pick up something that small. Anyway, next question.
Still looking for more questions here. A whole lot of ones that just have to deal with that rainfall total graphic you were showing a second ago.
Let me show it again. A lot of people.
Yeah, probably. Lots of people asking about their areas.
Okay.
Orange, Vidor,
again,
Silsbee, Mauriceville.
Bright, Orange County, you're looking at 2 to maybe 2 to 5 inches in Orange County. Southern sections of Newton and Jasper County, 5, 6, maybe 7 inches. Heavy rainfall into Sour Lake, back over towards Pinewood and Bevel Oaks, North Beaumont, back over into Devers, maybe 5 to 7 inches. But up into northern Tyler County, not so much. Fredensburger, let's see, that's 5, 4, let's see, 3 to 4 inches in southern Tyler County. Northern Jasper, Newton counties, 2 to maybe 4 inches up that way. So it really hadn't changed all that much. The big change from yesterday is that the track, remember how the track was just offshore? That track has been nudged further north. So that's why these rainfall totals have gone up inland southeast Texas, particularly over towards Old Salem, Kirbyville, Buna, back over in towards Deweyville, extending around Silsbee, Lumberton, and off to the southwest. Vidor, again, looks like about 4 to 5 inches there. What's next?
Let's see.
We've certainly seen worse rainfall totals. The problem is that the feeder bands, how much are they going to drop? This is the reasonable estimate here. Hopefully we don't get any more than that. That's why I included 8 to 10 inches. And again, that's the upper bound, the worst case right now from what we see. The modeling data, as I showed, the worst of it after about around 3, 4, 5 o'clock, maybe it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and the worst of it is out of here. Out of here by, say, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, if this timing is correct, and it's doing a good job at least. We'll still have some showers left over, but again, let me start that over. And the worst of it occurring late tonight, probably the wee hours of the morning. There's, it looks like, let me get a break there, and then after midnight, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After 7, that's the way it looks. We're losing, if we're going to get 10 inches of rainfall, we're losing time to do it. Running out of time to do it.
What time in Beaumont are we expecting the stuff to start hitting us mostly?
Well, we've already seen rain in Beaumont, but I think that the worst of it probably the morning commute, maybe a few hours beforehand. So that's what we're looking at.
Has there been any changes to the storm surge predictions?
Storm surge, no more warnings. That's gone. Tropical storm warnings are gone. We don't have a tropical storm, so there's no more storm surge. What we do have is a coastal flood warning, and I don't know if I've included that in the graphic. Now, that means that the water is still high. See if I can find that graphic. Thought I included it. Let's see. Storm surge, tropical storm warnings are all gone. The storm surge warning has been expired, but there is a coastal flood warning. And that means that there's a lot of water that has been moved along the coastline. And that's why you see that flood warning for coastal Jefferson, coastal Orange, or I should say coastal Cameron, not Orange, coastal Jefferson, and also coastal Chambers County. Now the water is high up and around the Rainbow Bridge. Obviously the waters have been forced upwards into Sabine Lake, and that's what the issue is as far as that goes. That's why this is still now in effect in place of the storm surge. It's not going to get any higher because of the waves along the coastline. Next question.
I'm not sure if you're prepared to discuss this, but someone is asking about a formation off the coast of Florida. If we have an eye on that at all.
Let's get through this. I'm not worried about that right now. We want to get through this next 8 to 10 hours. I don't mean to be rude. But
yeah,
we want to take care of this first.
Yeah. Someone's asking about tornadoes. They're saying not risk of it. They're saying that they think there's active tornadoes right now. Have you seen any warnings at all?
I haven't seen any warnings. Let me go check. Where is this person talking about?
Orangefield, I think they said. There's supposedly one over by the school. Bridge City and Orange, both apparently, are what people are talking about.
Let's see. Nope. Guaranteed. Nope. Here's Orange. You got to have precipitation or a thunderstorm. Let's see. Let me go to Doppler just to make sure. Instead of reflectivity, let's go with velocity. Nope. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Next question.
Looking for more real quick. Asking if the rain band is going to weaken before it gets to us.
That's anybody's guess right now. It's going to probably pulse up, and then we may have another one strengthen as this all starts to move on in from the southwest. Let me switch radars here, but and stop it right now. This is the band that is dropping some significant rainfall. Let me look at that again and see what the rainfall rates on that are. I think it was 2 to 5 inches per hour. But the thing is that when we had another storm that affected the area, the rain was coming in off the Gulf of Mexico, and the problem was that it was training over our area. The difference with I'll go ahead and say it, with Harvey, the training was off across our area like this, and it did not move, okay? If you look at what's going on now, this is moving towards the north, okay? Yeah, there are cells that are moving along this railroad track like that, but the whole line is moving. With Harvey, we had a north to south flow off the Gulf of Mexico, but the track, that's not what I want, but the track was not changing. The cells kept on rotating in along that track and did not move. That's why we got what we got with Harvey. I don't see that happening now. These are lifting, these are moving. Yeah, you're going to have heavy rainfall, don't get me wrong, but the deal is that that train track is actually moving. So that's why I'm not as concerned this time around. Next question.
Good couple of people asking about their kids going to school tomorrow. Do you think we're going to see any school closures from this?
I won't speak for the school districts, but the thing is that we could have heavy rainfall at this time, 7 o'clock in the morning. Let me show you a different model. And I have, let's see, three different high-res models, and they're all showing similar things. Here's 730. And let me edit it and show you a different model. This is the RPM model. Let's see, IBM model. This is a new model that's come out. And it's not doing as well. It's too fast on this. Let's see, it's 7 a.m. It's just a little too fast for my take. I think that the RPM is doing a good job. Let's look at the HER. This is the model that did wonderful for Imelda. It was the only one. And again, this is too fast. But notice, after about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, we're done. It really looks like midnight to about 7 a.m., maybe 2 to 7 a.m., and then after that, things wind down. Lighter rain after noontime. At noontime, things really start decreasing as far as intensity. And there is 7 p.m. May not even see that much rainfall. Next question.
This is sort of a two-parter. How much rain has Beaumont seen so far today, and is that included in your rainfall total estimates for this whole event?
No, that's not included. It's additional. As far as rainfall, total rainfall estimates, let's see, in Beaumont, let's go 12 hours out. Here's 12 hours out in Beaumont. Depends on which side. East end of Beaumont has not seen that much. Let's go over towards downtown. Downtown, roughly 1/3 of an inch. Let's see. Over towards Amelia, 1.5 inches. North Beaumont, near maybe 2 inches over towards 105 at East Tex Freeway. South end of Beaumont, South Park, 1.4. So nothing drastic at this point. That's the amount of rainfall we've seen so far. So we'll add, on top of what you've seen, we'll add an additional, let's see, over towards Sour Lake. What have they seen? Near Sour Lake, between Sour Lake and Pinewood, that's 3 inches. Up 326, 3 inches. And we'll add another 5 inches to that. So there's your 8 inches. It could be 5 to 8 inches up over towards southern Hardin County. Now, of course, over towards Houston, up to 90, Jersey Village area. That's just in the last 12 hours. They've seen 5 inches. But if you consider everything they've seen since this all started, you could see why 9, 10, I've seen as much as 13 inches of rainfall. But the problem is that that's too much concrete there. All right, any other questions?
Yeah, some people asking what chances are of power outages.
Well, I think that's rapidly decreasing. I really do. We're forecasting now, since this has already degenerated into a depression, and you're looking at maybe 25 to 30 miles an hour. I think that's extremely low now. Let's see. I have a graphic I built. Let's see if I can find it. It's called the Power Outage Index, and let's go with the file folder 2020. Let's see. Is it in my hurricane? Yes, it is. All right. Here is. Let's see. Is this going to go through the right time period? I'm gonna have to back it up. This is the Power Outage Index. And let me change the time span. Let's go with the next 24 hours. And let's see what that shows. And this is due to winds. And as you can see, it's just low. This is nothing what Laura was showing. Low chances, low probability, anything mainly along the coastline. May not even happen with something that low. So I think the issue is that this storm has weakened so significantly, and I don't really start worrying about problems with power outages until you start getting 45, maybe 50-mile-per-hour winds. Next question.
A couple questions about wind speed and what we're seeing for this triangle.
In fact, it's hard to find anything above 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts into south of Houston near Bay City. It's heading towards Freeport now. I just 20s, 20-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 25 possibly. I'm generous. I feel generous tonight. Anything else?
Some people who have just come in asking again about rainfall totals.
Rainfall totals, this just coming in from the HPC is what I call them. It's the Weather Prediction Center from NOAA. And 5 to 7 inches. Central sections of Newton County to say Deweyville and over towards Buna. Another area of 5 inches in through, we'll say, near Evadale, back over towards Lumberton, Sour Lake, Pinewood, back over towards, let's say, Bevel Oaks, maybe Devers, North Beaumont. That's what we're looking at. Anything less than 2 inches, I basically erased off of here. I think everybody's going to get rain, but it's 2 inches or greater rainfall on up through tomorrow.
Nothing else just yet if you want
Okay.
to start over.
Let's see. I guess I could do, here's a flash flood watch. Rainfall totals. Again, okay, we got a new flash flood warning that just came out. That is for Western Chambers, Southwestern Liberty, and also southeastern or eastern sections of Harris County. And that's because of that training right there. You can see now why this is occurring. So it's Western Chambers County, southwestern sections of Liberty, and southeastern Harris County because of that training event. And that's, again, we're probably going to have some of this happen in our area coming up tonight as these feeder bands start propagating into our area. Let me back up a little bit. So that's what we're going to be watching right there. These feeder bands right there strengthening later tonight as the storm continues to move up the coastline. But again, the storm is nearing Freeport. To the west and northwest, there's the line, but look how all that rain, it goes from yellow to dark green and then fades away. That's because there's drier air over in towards Austin and into central Texas. So once this line pulls off towards our north and east, here it is at 1 p.m. tomorrow. The rain will be ending from west to east across Tyler, Hardin, and also Jefferson County. 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, it may be done. Let's see. Let's divide this one. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3. Yep, mid-afternoon, mid-late afternoon, we'll see it rapidly decrease. Any other questions?
A couple quick ones about Hillebrand Bayou. Any predictions over there?
Hadn't had time, sorry, apologize, but the storm surge warning has ended. Hopefully that drainage can start occurring, but I know that the water levels are up along the coastline, so that's going to slow the bayou a bit. We just don't want, I think we can hold another several more inches of rainfall. I think we're in good shape as far as that goes right now.
Let me see here.
A couple more minutes.
Double checking. I
Sorry,
found
9
one
o'clock.
just a second ago. Any concern with flash flooding, or is it just low-lying areas that are worried?
I expect the usual places to have problems with flash flooding, yes. The usual places that normally have flash flooding will usually do that. I know one along East Tex Freeway over towards Lucas may have some problems there. There's certainly a possibility. But Right now, I am not expecting houses to go under. I am not expecting catastrophic flooding at this point. I think the usual places are going to go under. Should you get some of these feeder bands to propagate on into our area. At least that's the way it looks right now. I'll say it again. The model that did wonderful and just really picked up well on Imelda, because I know a lot of people are thinking, oh my goodness, this is going to be like Imelda. No, it's not. We'll put this in motion. The storm is struggling with dry air. Yeah, we're going to get heavy rainfall, but notice, it doesn't show anything like what happened just last year. Look at that. By noontime, rapidly moving out of the area. Okay? And we had, what, over 12 hours of catastrophic rainfall. And we're running out of time to do that before it moves on out. Hey, we got to run. I got a show coming up at 10 o'clock. I hope you'll join us. But again, here's the latest rainfall totals. Worst of it right now, 5 to 7 inches, roughly from around Devers back over towards north of Deweyville and in towards Kirbyville. 2 to 7 inches likely. 8 to 10, anybody's guess? I think that's the worst case scenario. May not get that, and going to be breezy coming up tomorrow. Hopefully this will be ending during the mid to late afternoon hours, and we'll be able to see maybe a little bit of sun tomorrow afternoon. If not, then certainly by Thursday. It looks fine for Friday night football. Hope you and your family are doing well. We're going to be watching. Remember, there's more weather at 12newsnow.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And as always, download our app. Have a good evening.